Smack Boys reaction, back at it with another reaction. Y'all already know what time it is, man. We got in the sentence 1090 Jake. We got Takeoff caught in Crossfire. And the party turns deadly. Y'all know what time it is, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS.
I just want to say, I just did a reaction to like the updates of Takeoff and all that shit. I might still drop it and then drop this after. I might drop both of them, you know, because I don't want to do two reactions of the same thing. But he might be talking about the whole situation. That was just giving updates or whatever. So I might drop this one first and then I'll drop that one.
It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on Takeoff from the Migos tragically losing his life after a triple shooting in Houston. Tuesday, November 1st, 2022. Within the city of Houston, a 911 operator would receive a call at 2:34 in the morning reporting gunshots.
Please want to check out 22B23 1212 Grand Plaza for discharging firearm. Discharging firearm or shooting, not sure which. And just intel at Dallas. Probably heard gunshots and people screaming.
Officers responded to the 810 Billiard Bowling Alley by downtown, locating a lifeless man on the third floor of the building, just outside of the front door. He was identified as 28-year-old Kersnick Ball, and more commonly known as the Atlanta rapper Takeoff. Officers determined he'd been shot in the head, and Takeoff was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators would soon learn a 23-year-old male and 24-year-old female had also been shot, suffering non-life-threatening injuries as they were able to transport themselves to hospitals from the scene. The male would be identified as Joshua Washington, Quavo's assistant. Employees at the bowling alley would give statements to investigators indicating the shooting occurred after a privately booked party at the bowling alley had ended. A large group of people had gathered at the front door area, which led to an argument followed by gunfire. The majority of those gathered, which investigators believe was roughly 40 people, fled the scene before police arrived, leaving investigators lacking information. But as the news of Takeoff being killed hit the internet, more information and videos would come to light. The Migos are and will always be a three-man rap group, with Quavo, Takeoff, and Offset becoming superstars in the genre and solidifying their status as one of the greatest rap groups in recent hip-hop history. Originally from Lawrenceville, Georgia, the trio would be raised together by Quavo's mom, and all three were directly related as Quavo is Takeoff's uncle and Offset is Quavo's cousin. But within the last year, Offset would seemingly distance himself from the group, and only weeks ago, Quavo, with Takeoff by his side, would clarify he wanted to move forward with the Migos as a two-man group. A video posted to Quavo's Instagram story just before 10 p.m. would show him in a car with three other men, one of which was Jazz Prince, whose birthday had just passed. While no one is invincible and anything can happen at any time, it's only that much more harder to understand how Takeoff could have been killed when Quavo was next to one of Houston's most influential families, as Jazz Prince is one of three sons of Houston legend J. Prince, the CEO of Rap-A-Lot Records. Gruesome videos of Quavo squatting by Takeoff's body would make their way around social media, as Takeoff's head can be seen laying in a pool of blood. As with many murders, especially involving celebrities, it seems witnesses instinctively take out their phones and start recording. Word. They also don't tell the police anything for fears of retaliation, but feel perfectly comfortable releasing information on social media and gaining clout from the situation. Leaked text messages would reveal the narrative that Quavo was shooting dice and was losing badly. He'd get an attitude and become aggressive with a member of Mob Ties, a label founded and owned by Jazz Prince's brother, J. Prince Jr. The text would claim the Mob Ties member got on Quavo's ass before gunshots erupted, and that it was a member of Quavo's entourage who was firing wildly, accidentally shooting Takeoff in the head, who immediately dropped to the floor and died. The text would continue by saying Takeoff was the coolest, quietest one in the room the whole time, and didn't even know what was going on when he jumped up and got shot. The text would also read Houston is about to be a no-fly zone because Mob Ties is supposed to be protecting the artists. A woman who stated through Twitter that she was a witness can be seen in a photo standing next to Takeoff before the shooting. She would claim a joke about Quavo boxing in the ring became an argument when Quavo got offended. A video of Quavo arguing with another man would hit the internet, in which it seems Quavo, who was wearing the glittery shoes, throws a punch before gunfire immediately erupts.
They know that, but they're not going to be disrespectful because they want it. Damn, I'm thinking about no basketball, bro. Just play basketball. Just saw me play basketball. Y'all niggas just in the gym. Play like that, bro. Don't play like that, bro. Hey, let go. I ain't finna sit.
Another video would surface showing the same argument but from a different angle, and a man holding a gun in his hand. As the fight erupts, he can be seen extending his arm before running. He isn't seen actually firing, and if anything, the video just shows him retreating. But Houston police would confirm the man is a person of interest in the case. Police would also clarify they've yet to identify him, while No Jumpers, Poetic Flacco, and other YouTubers/fans quickly identified him as Migo Bands, an associate of the Migos.
That be the fucked up part, bro. Motherfuckers, yo, the game is fucked up now. Motherfuckers is doing the police job for them. Police ain't gotta do nothing but sit back. Motherfuckers think they detectives and all that shit. They trying to solve the case and everything. That's fucking sad.
Was rumored to be Quavo's cousin. A search of his name on YouTube brings up multiple videos, and Band's Instagram comments are flooded with trolls commenting on his aim for allegedly killing his own family. A coroner report from the following day would detail that Takeoff was shot in the head and shot in his torso, in which the bullet traveled into his arm. What isn't known is if Takeoff was shot from behind or by somebody in front of him. When investigators were asked by the media if they believe Takeoff was targeted or killed accidentally, they declined to answer, but did say 2 firearms were used in the shooting. Another female witness would give an anonymous interview, claiming everyone at the bowling alley was searched, except for those associated with mob ties. She'd claimed the argument didn't even start at the bowling alley, but in the 5th ward between 9:30 and 10, which was around the same time Quavo posted a video of him and Jazz Prince riding through the 5th ward with a pistol in the center console.
Yo, we sliding through the town, man. We sliding through the town.
How we get down?
Got the birthday boy with me.
Yeah, also.
Yeah, we on the 5th. Yeah, the 5th ward.
While we may never know the exact details on what took place, Texas is a stand your ground state, meaning if you're in fear for your life or others around you, you can legally, lethally defend yourself and others. If it's true that Migo Bands was armed and fired shots, the fact that he was with multi-million-dollar artists and 2 members of their camp got shot seems...
The fact that they still looking for him and all shit like that, nigga, you go to jail. You feel what I'm saying? It was a little scuffle. You gotta wait until a gun get pulled out. You ain't getting beat up. Your man's getting beat up. Or whatever the case may be. Like, you just can't do that.
An easy claim of standing his ground. If a bullet fired from his gun accidentally hit the wrong person or people, it's a mistake he'll regret for the rest of his life. But what we as a people need to understand is the majority of America is not trained to kill or trained to know how to react in these situations. While it's easy to judge a man and place blame when the hip-hop community loses a beloved artist, we as a people need to shift the focus on de-escalating these situations before they even happen. As many can agree on, Takeoff was one of the coolest, calmest rappers out, and was far from deserving such a violent death.
Nigga, at the end of the day, you a boss, nigga. You ain't supposed to be arguing with no regular nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Once we get to talking or whatever, and we get to arguing and shit ain't going right, yeah, definitely. I gotta move away from you. I ain't even talking to you no more.
One of the saddest aspects of what took place
is
the fact that Quavo and Takeoff may have not been on speaking terms with Offset, leaving a void in a brotherhood. But deep down, I'm sure they all knew the brotherly love they shared with each other. And hopefully Quavo and Offset will put their differences aside. Rest in peace to Takeoff, and my condolences to his family. Now this is yet another tragic example of young, rich talent losing their life over a meaningless, avoidable argument. I'm sure whatever was being argued about in that room wasn't worth dying over.
Facts.
But the thing is, everybody has the understanding and the fear that they need to protect themselves and arm themselves because of the possibility that whoever they're around is armed as well. They're not going around under the impression that everybody's willing to fight.
You don't listen. You don't not need to be around no nigga if you making all this money and you're a so-called rapper. You don't need to put yourself around no people that's in the streets, involved with the streets, that got guns on them, and they not your people. And you gotta bring guns just in case they might have guns or anything like that. Nah, nigga, you don't need to be around them. What you around them for? Something gonna jump off.
Fuckers want to shoot. It's exactly what happened. If the Migos had somebody with them that was armed, it means they obviously didn't feel 110% comfortable. They had to bring something, right? And if other people were armed, it's the same exact thing. Now, I don't know if anything that happened could have been avoidable. People are saying it's Quavo's fault. People are saying it's Migo Band's fault. All I know is we can learn from this. All I know is multi-millionaires don't need to be involved in any dice game.
Come on,
if that's even what was actually happening. We don't know. We don't know how the argument came about. But people are so instinctively trained to kill something. Not even trained on how to do it, but just the fact that they'll do it. The first reaction is to grab a gun. If Quavo punched dude in his shit, whoever it was, they pulled out, they started firing, and someone who shouldn't have lost their life lost it.
Come on.
It's a reminder to everybody, none of us are invincible. We all need to take the extra precaution to protect ourselves. We don't know how things are gonna play out. We don't know what's on someone else's mind. But this is a major L for the hip hop community. People have been speaking on Houston, wondering how something could have happened to them when they were tapped in with the Prince family. There's not too much I can say about that. Rest in peace to Takeoff. Like I said, my condolences to his family. My condolences to his friends, his fans. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with Yali. I rock.
Man, y'all already know what time it is. Listen. I already dropped my last input on the last reaction. How I felt about it. Motherfuckers, rappers getting too comfortable. Trying to be around niggas, trying to be down. Trying to fuck with other street niggas. Motherfuckers getting too comfortable. You gonna get backdoor. Something gonna happen. Feel me? Make sure y'all like and subscribe. And we done with that video.